Now, coming back to the director part of it.
Yeah.
Is it something that you, because of the fact that you took a very long period before directing, is it something that you advise people to go before taking the direction?
Look, let me say this. Mine was a unique situation. I worked with a master, side by side. And I mean, I think that the learning happened almost by osmosis.
Mm-hmm.
I absorbed the entire atmosphere of the place. That's unique. That cannot be replicated by anyone. The American Board of Examiners has set the number of hours people need. You have the. So, my answer is, it isn't so much the amount of time. It is how you feel as a director. Do you feel competent? And that maybe you may need more or you may need less.
Mm-hmm.
But no one has ever had, and will ever have, what I had.
Yeah.
So I'm a poor example
Mm-hmm.
for the current, training kind of period. And don't forget, I was also living in his shadow. I had to make my own place as well. It wasn't just simply that I was working with him. I had to make an myself. I had to establish my own identity in this. To this day, when people quote Moreno, they leave me out of the bibliography for volume 2 and 3, and I write to the publisher and say, this is happening all the time. I don't think they see the books because it's right there on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Right on the cover. They are quoting somebody else who also hasn't seen the book. And I want you to correct that. And they do, usually with a, I just got from Zoli Figush, who is a Hungarian who grew up in Brazil and lives in England. And he translated some of the Brazilian works into English. He did the same thing, and I immediately, and of course it's on the computer, I immediately told him, Zoli, it's not correct. You've got to correct that, the next copies.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to establish my own identity. There were people who came who didn't even know I existed. In fact, one young man said, what are you doing here? I'm telling you.
Where?
Well, that was in the 60s. I was already well established. What are you doing here? He wanted to be where I was, clearly. He was mad. He was completely mad.